Hello and welcome to Netizen News, the show that fills you in on all the latest happenings across Chinese social media. Without a doubt, the controversial subject of gun control in the USA has dominated headlines for 2015. In fact, according to The Independent, a total of 373 mass shootings occurred in the United States in 2015, creating an average of more than one per day. Now, this divisive issue has sparked off another fiery debate in China, following the fatal shooting of a Chinese student in Arizona on January 16th. Zhang Yue, a 19-year-old female Chinese exchange student, was shot dead in Arizona in a fatal road rage incident in broad daylight. So what do netizens make of the story?
The tragic story has gained a lot of attention from Chinese netizens, quickly becoming one of the most discussed topics on Weibo. According to an article from Shanghai on January 19th, the story has amassed 12 million views and 8,500 comments since being posted on January 18th. Of course, there are many Chinese social media users who are outraged by this brutal act and offer condolences to the victim. Sidali Blandon writes, "I feel so shocking and angry when I heard of this attack." While Marshall Ha says, "I feel really sorry for the girl who unfortunately had to run into that piece of trash." Similarly, many netizens also worry about the personal safety of Chinese students studying abroad. One Weibo comment reads, "Before, I considered sending my child to study abroad in the States. However, now that doesn't seem like such a good idea. China does have a pollution issue, but that's less dangerous than a nation where you can legally buy a gun." Indeed, many Chinese social media users echo this sentiment by agreeing that they feel much less at risk from crime in China. For instance, this netizen states that, "As a woman, I'm happy to walk around alone in Guangzhou, a major city in southern China, in midnight. However, I would not dare to do the same in another country."
So, all in all, a very sympathetic reaction?
Well, not quite. What our viewers may find quite shocking is that the discussion took another turn, leading a scolding of Chinese international students who were accused of being spoiled children of government officials and of leading extravagant and reckless lives. Foreign policy states that some web users have fixated on the victim's ownership of a luxury car, interpreting Jiang's death as another example of Chinese corruption rather than a simple tragedy. Hence, Wang Weike states most Chinese overseas students are children of unscrupulous business people or greedy officials. They are spending Chinese taxpayers' money. Those who get killed deserve it.
Now, moving back to the debate on gun control, where do most Chinese netizens stand on this? What do they think of this epidemic of gun violence in the USA?
Netizens pay great attention to this issue. In fact, there's a Weibo page dedicated to the question of gun control, which has been read by 1.5 million net users. I think most Chinese people understand that this is a problem which is not easy to solve, given that many Americans always highlight the Second Amendment of the US Constitution. Hence, Yang Huaibin notes, introducing measures to control guns would be tantamount to changing the Constitution. Do you realize how hard that would be? Similarly, 可知不可知 argues it would be almost impossible to outlaw guns in the USA because it is embedded in their culture. In fact, it appears that following the shooting of Zhang Yue, many Chinese netizens feel that there is almost no way to solve this issue, and therefore it is actually better for Chinese international students to protect themselves by obtaining their own guns. In fact, it's been reported that Chinese Students and Scholars Association of the Arizona State University, where Jiang had been studying, has actually now given out leaflets offering advice on how to use guns.
Okay, well, that's all we have time for today. So what do you make of the US's gun control debate? Will we ever see tighter gun control measures being introduced? Let us know what you think on Twitter. Thanks for watching.